Salutations! Salutations! How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Papa Fish! Papa Fish! Papa Fish go. G, you fix my hat, nephew. Come on, nephew. Why you ain't tell me my hat fucked up, nephew? Get a car, nephew. But yo, man. Sometimes you're better off going alone, bro, than being around people that is sucking the fucking essence out of you. And that goes from jobs, relationships, family. It get to a point where you got to start just putting yourself and not giving a fuck what happens next. Because what's going on, you're only going to remain foggy with those type of things around you. You know, you're never going to think clear. You're always going to have some type of fog around you. So sometimes it's best to just, you know, go on that yellow brick road where the fog's at, even though you can't see. Because what's around you is just a sinking ship. Especially, no, all the time when you got that light. People will see more light in you and use you as a supply. Confirmation. They'll use you as supply more than anything. More than a friend, more than this, more than that. A lot of people be having vampires around them. A lot of these jobs would just hire people for their light, like Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee do that, bro. And these motherfuckers become toxic. But beforehand, bro, they had a little bit of light in them. Because why do you think they hired them? There's a couple people I see in Hy-Vee. Now I'm not going to say they're good people or nothing like that. But they had some type of light. They got a soul to where they know about that, and then they drain the fuck out of them with them jobs, bro. Bro, Hy-Vee would just hire a whole bunch of little kids. I'm like, God damn, man, what the fuck? Why don't you hire grown-ups because of that light? It's because of that light. They want that light out of them. You feel me? I peeped it. So sometimes, bro, it's better off just, bro, going on that path and by your dedication to yourself, a path to open. You ain't got to worry about a job. You know, you will make your own goddamn job. The universe will see your dedication to yourself, and then they have no choice but to make a job over that. Then they see what you're really good at. They'll be the divine will bring that to you better than you getting a job. And trust me, I know about the job shit. I ain't working with like 2 years, but it's been the best thing I could have did for myself because I'm maintaining my own energy. I don't have a leaky vessel. You know, I'm not losing my sanity. I'm not tired as fuck. As soon as I go to work, I gotta drink a whole bunch of coffee. I don't have to be around them toxic motherfucking employees. I ain't gotta worry about the fucking boss hating on me. Ah man, big weight on my shoulders. It's been lifted because of them not having a job, not having a 5 to 9. I'll make my own job. I'll work with a divine motherfucker. You feel me? But these motherfuckers ain't divine. These motherfuckers ain't divine. These motherfuckers fucked up. So that's what I'm like, bro. Sometimes you gotta do it alone, man. I don't care how it look. It's better off you're better off doing it alone. Yeah, you're better off going the path alone. Because a path is forced open because of you focusing on yourself with a divine, basically it pay you to exist. Because you holding that value. You're not leaking your value out to other things that don't matter. You're keeping your value to yourself to where the divine sees that. You know, you may have to be clever to get your own money, but I believe you can do it, you know? Especially when you got your spiritual gifts. See, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta do a little bit better than that. I feel like if I marketed better, but it's just, I just like doing the work. I forget about the promoting part. But yeah, if I was a more steward to promoting, I bet I could get it shaken. But I just do it because I gotta do it. I don't really care about the money on that. I know the great mother gonna look out for me when the time comes. But if you're one of those people, that kind of gotta make a dollar but not force it and do it just because of that, just be more creative and promoting yourself while still maintaining integrity and continuing that purpose and that pursuit rather than doing it for some green, for some fucking money. But you know what I mean? Just staying on the purpose. But yeah, man, you can make a little dollar from it. Like I make a little bit of money off my music, you know. But I don't do it for the fucking money. Fuck that. I just like making music. I've been making music before I was getting a little bit of money off that shit. It ain't nothing too crazy. Definitely nothing too crazy at all, to tell you the truth. But it's something. I can say I made it, you know. So that's cool with me, bro. But sometimes you gotta go on that path alone, bro. Because, geez, you could be blocking yourself, having so many things around you that don't matter. You know, you just will be blocking yourself. Because I used to do that. You know, comfort. I used to pick comfort over growth. And that was fucked me up. I'm like, I'd rather be uncomfortable. I'd rather be uncomfortable, bro. Fuck that. Because I'll get comfortable in the uncomfortable. When you start to get comfortable in the uncomfortable, you're a monster. You become a monster. Oh, funner. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop your ass when you're able to do that. Sometimes you gotta run away from that comfort shit because what you're used to is holding you back. Best thing you can do is go in that wilderness, nephew. Don't do it like me. Not everybody path like that. Sometimes you ain't gotta go that route. You know, sometimes you ain't gonna be, too much of a targeted individual. But when you decide to step out the matrix, you're gonna be a mark. I ain't even gonna front. And that's what we talk about, stepping out of this goddamn matrix. Cause boy, oh boy, ever since I done stepped out this bitch, I've been out. But they been watching me. But as soon as I awakened and turned up, yeah, it ramped up. I'm not even gonna front. It ramped up. It definitely ramped up, but I get protected. Then ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. They can watch, but they ain't gonna fuck with me. Just like how the gym pulled up today. Yeah, the gym pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really too worried about nothing. I'm just worried about being stagnant and not moving forward. That's what I be worried about. But that ain't no worry. But you know what I'm saying? My worries aren't the external world. You know? But sometimes you gotta go that path alone, bro, because, what you think is holding you up is really holding you back. What you think is holding you up is really holding you back. So you better off just letting that shit go. Especially if you got a calling. The divine will force that shit up out of your life. The divine will force it up out of your life. People love watching me. I can't even get a break, nephew. This car pulled up. Next thing you know, that car was looking at me, then it pulled off. They can't get enough of me. That's because I focus on, man, they been on that. I ain't even going to say that. They always on that weird shit. That's why I got to get out of this town. This town going to really get hit with karma when I get out of this bitch. They really going to feel Big Mama Rap. I mean, I'm still here. Shit going to fuck it up too bad. Because I'm here. But wait until I get out this bitch. It's game over for this town, nephew. In due time. But yeah, man, sometimes it's best to do it alone, bro. I wish I would have did this sooner. Yeah, because I'm like, people, man, can be your biggest downfall. Confirmation. You just gotta, honestly, you gotta raise your standards. When your energy on a certain level, you gotta raise your standards up. You can't be settling for no bottom feeding ass energy. You can't. You gotta be like, bro, I'm better than that. I don't give a fuck how good it looks. That's what really get people the convenience, the comfortability of somebody. I'm like, man, I'm glad I woke the fuck up. I'm like, Just cause you look good don't mean shit. That bro, every girl that I kind of like for their looks, not to say I ain't looking for that. But when I focused on that dude, it was a Jezebel spirit. I mean, I'm 3 for 3. I'm 3 for 3 for picking a Jezebel spirit. I ain't going front. That's why I let it come to me. I let that bitch come to me. That's what they wanted me to see. I'm like, yeah. Man, I'd rather be alone until that bitch come into my what's right for me come. That's what you do. You don't chase, you attract. Motherfuckers be chasing comfort, chasing stability, but really that be holding you back. It's growth in walking the path alone. It's growth in walking that path alone. Yeah. Some of y'all ain't gonna go through the shit I went through. So you ain't gotta worry about that. Not to say it's a bad thing, but I'm just being real. You ain't gonna have to go through all that bullshit. I don't know though. It's like if you were chosen one, nephew, I wouldn't even say that because it's like, nigga, something gonna happen to your ass. If you one of the chosen, shit, they ain't gonna just let you off the hook, nephew. Especially when you got a lot of light. They want that light. They gonna try to, provoke you, shit like that. But that's why walking that path alone builds you inner strength, inner calmness, to where that shit don't bother you. But yeah, man, walk that path alone. It's best to walk the path alone because there's way more growth there. And yeah, it was for you to come to you, knocking at your door. Knocking at your door, rather than you trying to bust a door down, and you ain't even supposed to be in that door. Look, you kicking doors, you ain't supposed to be in that door, nigga. Nigga, a door will open up for you. A door will open up for you if you just stay the course. Stay the course. And when you in uncertainty, you just let your discipline and your inner calmness guide you. You ain't got to know what's ahead. You just got to know, hey, I'm aligned, I'm calm, everything good. That's all you need to know. That's all. That's your certainty. I'm calm, I'm aligned, everything good on my body. I can walk to keep the path going. And that's all you need. Everything else is extra. You gonna get that later on. Look. You gonna get that later on. It's inevitable. But it gotta be right for you. A lot of this shit don't be right for us, bro. A lot of this shit don't be right for us. So you just gotta let it fall down. You honestly do. Until the right shit come around. Then you pursue it. Yeah, it'd be easy for me to get a job. Yeah, it'd be easy to be settling for one of these bitches around the street. But I'm like, dude, that ain't my bitch. I gotta be with a specific bitch. Fuck I look like. Missing out on the best love of my life. And you know what I mean? Fuck that. I walk it alone till that bitch come, nigga. I don't get no fuck. Just like these jobs and shit, dude. I'll just continue to let Big Mama pay me when she want. That's how I always did it. I'm like, Big Mama ain't gonna give me no money. Well, hey, fuck it. I ain't chasing no goddamn dollar when I'm abundant. I know how my energy is. I track effortlessly. So we'll say, if I ain't got no money in my pocket, I ain't supposed to have it. Straight up. I don't be forcing that shit. Man. And man, I'm a hard worker, bro. As you can see, I'm a hard worker. I show up every day, damn near. It take a lot for me not to show up. You feel me? But I ain't gonna get out of the way to no goddamn 5 to 9, 9 to 5. Fuck that. That's draining me. Well, yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta walk that path alone. But I gotta go, man. You guys have a good one. This your boy Shaman Truth. Papa Physical G. I'm out. Peace. If you guys want to hit that Cashapp, EG Physical 1, EJJIFISKER1. All lowercase with the 1 at the end. If you want to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ShamanTruth. ShamanTruth. Truths. That's my Patreon. But I'm out, man. Peace.